Welcome back to Magical Task Force. Turmentic here, and Fighting Forces Part 1, the Brilliant event, went live yesterday, and it is amazing. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this event and everything about it. I do have a breakdown of the complete event, though, of all the quest line. I'll leave a link in the description to definitely check that out if you are stuck on any particular part. And this video is pretty much just going to be talking about what I found out playing for the first hour or two, and a couple little tricks that, in case you haven't started yet or you were busy or anything like that. So first off, oh my God, all of the wild foundables that we needed to return for this event are oddity based, where you have to fight them. That is completely new, completely awesome. It's amazing. One of my favorite things about the game are the oddity fights. I love that there's a little bit of backstory about the escaped Azkaban prisoner, especially Constance being like, I don't know why he keeps popping up the way he does. It's pretty brilliant too that not only are the brilliant foundables oddities as well, but they have released new real world oddities. The escaped Azkaban convict, the another Death Eater, and then the three-headed dog, which is awesome because this is the first time that I can remember them releasing new foundables with a brilliant event. And it's even better too because with a tonic of trace detection, you can actually find oddities that you normally wouldn't be able to find during that time. Yesterday, I was able to get an opali. I'm from America, so like that's nowhere near where I live. I was able to get vampires during the day, werewolves during the day. I found a couple doxies even. So the tonic doesn't actually just bring stuff that's related to the brilliant event. It seems like it will actually spawn almost any oddity that is actually available, which is just super exciting. Now, all of the brilliant oddities that you actually will find aren't that hard either to actually fight. It was taking between 2 to 3 spell casts, depending on what it was, really, for the most part. Super easy. They don't really do any real damage to you either, so you don't have to worry about them running away. You don't have to worry about you losing it. It isn't like the Golden Snitch, for example, where it would take you 10 to 15 spell casts in order to actually return just the one, which is great. I love how they almost switched it up, like with this brilliant event. And it's not just the brilliant event, it seems that this is a continuing storyline throughout the month. Like the entire month is Dark Arts month, and it's oddity based, and it's a really great way for them to start the month by introducing new oddities, introducing the brilliant event that deals with oddities. And it's just the I cannot stop talking about the trace detection potion either, because I was just so I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be completely honest. I mean, it was kind of cool, but it didn't really seem like the payoff was all that awesome for it. But now I cannot get enough of that potion and actually using it. I went through so many of them yesterday. I had to actually start brewing more in order to get it. And the good news is that they just upped the Rumpet Horn also for the month. So you should be able to find more Rumpet Horn in the wild. I was able to find a couple yesterday just walking around during the Brilliant event. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It is a little bit harder, in my opinion, to see on the map just because it is a little bit darker shade. But keep an eye out. Definitely want to find those Rumpet Horns so you can make those trace potions. Now, the other big thing that kept happening yesterday was that with the introduction in 2.4 of being able to skip the animation screen at the end if you've returned a foundable, it seems like there's a bug actually in the system to where sometimes if you skip the animation or if you don't skip the animation, what will happen is when you go to your registry and the little bar at the top goes all the way up to where you level up, it will stop right when it gets to where you should level up. Now, the easiest way of actually fixing it is to force close your game, restart it, and it should automatically either do it again or give you credit for the items that you weren't able to get from it not working. It's a little annoying, but it's a pretty quick fix. Hopefully they'll be able to put some sort of a hot patch out in order to fix that. But It's nothing really that I would hardcore complain about because I mean, it only takes like 15, 20 seconds on the most part to reload the game. Specifically, it seemed like it was happening more with Oddity, when like the family Oddity registry page. Whenever I would level up, because like yesterday, just playing, I got four levels from oddities, so I was able to get like what I think it was like three level 4 runestones and one level 5 runestone, just boom, because of all of the stuff that was popping up. Now the brilliant foundables don't give you oddity experience, they only give you the brilliant family registry experience, so you won't be able to return them in order to get the oddity level up. But there's so many other oddities that were spawning yesterday just in the wild, not even talking about the trace potion, just ones that were showing up in the wild. So I think they've increased the number of spawns for oddities for this month, which is awesome. You definitely want to try to max out your oddity count, or your oddity family, I would say, this month. I'm working on a way of actually trying to use those extra oddity runestones in order to get challenge XP and an easy way to farm the centaur bows and the horn serpent. So I'll leave a link to that video as well, part 2 of that video series, so you could actually check it out, give me your thoughts, things like that. I'll definitely let me know in the comments though what the craziest foundable you found yesterday, oddity wise, playing the brilliant event, whether it was with a tonic of trace detection or if it was just a random wild one. I have to say my new favorite, probably oddity wise, would be the three-headed dog. It just looks awesome. And it's awesome. It's cool too, because like I don't know how many people actually let the thing attack them, but I let it attack me once, and if you don't do Protego, it will actually attack you with all three heads, which is kind of crazy because it doesn't just all at once. It's individually three heads that attack. So that was pretty cool. If you actually find one in the wild, it won't kill you if you let it attack you once. Just check out the animation. In order to get the Malfoy crest, that is the one you have to do challenge fortresses for in order to get. It does seem that the drop rate isn't as high as it was for previous ones. I want to say that I had to do about 5 or 6 challenges in order to actually get the crest that I needed in order to put it on the page. Again, do lower level ones. I usually use like Ruins Chamber 4, Ruins Chamber 3 or so, because I can just boom, 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 boom. I'm out real quick. And it's not that hard to actually get more runes if you run out, because remember, you do need to use these runes for part 2 as well. So if you for some reason use all of the ones that you have currently right now, don't worry, don't fret, you'll be able to get more in part 2. You definitely need to get those 3 Malfoy crests though before part 2 starts, because if you don't, it'd be way harder for you to be able to actually get them. The only bad thing actually about the Brilliant event, I will say, is oddity research. There's a bunch of WUTubers, myself included, that have been doing research on the oddities of time of day, where they spawn, weather, things like that. And with them increasing the number of spawns, it doesn't seem like they're actually following the parameters that were normally set. So it's a little bit harder to pinpoint, okay, well, this is here because of this weather, or this is here because of this time of day. Especially using the trace potion, I was really surprised to see a Doxy midday. Same thing with the vampire during the day. It was kind of crazy. I was like, oh, wouldn't he be dead? Like, so it doesn't seem like normal oddity rules apply during this month, specifically when you're using a trace potion. It doesn't seem like the normal rules actually apply. You can pull pretty much almost anything. I was really blown away that I was able to get a regional dragon, the oceanic opali, because like that's like the furthest one from me personally. So that was actually really cool. I'm hoping to be able to get some more of the dragons. I saw a bunch of horned serpents yesterday too, midday, which was just crazy. But I'm really, really excited for the rest of this month. I've already finished part 1 also too. Didn't take me that long. The hardest part, really, it seems, where people are getting stuck, are brew the 4 potions, because they didn't brew them before the event started. Also, the one thing I do want to let you all know is that the part of the quest line where it's used 4 EX potions, you have to use the regular ones. You can't use potent, you can't use strong, you have to use the regular ones. If your brew time is already actually full, like your first cauldron is already full, you can use some coins in order to rent the other one. That's what I did. I rented it for 3 hours, and then I threw in the regular EX potions after doing the master glyphs on it. It reduced it down to only 7 coins. So I did use some coin in order to actually get those, but you don't have to. You have a full week. You can just let it do its thing and then use them after that. The really awesome thing though is that with the 3 kilometer port key being at the end of the quest line on part 4, by the time that I actually had gotten to part 4, I was just about to open up my first port key. So boom, that went through like that. And I'm really impressed with the way that they lined up this quest line, because it isn't all over the place like they have been before. It's very linear. And you should, like I said, you shouldn't have that many problems actually being able to finish the quest line in order to get it. The 15 green books are awesome. There you get I think 3 red books as well for just finishing the quest line. One of the free gifts actually gives you a red book. There are 2 bundles also inside of the store right now that will give you red books as well. If you have the extra coin, go for it, buy them. One of them is a little bit pricier, but it just depends on how much money you actually really want to put into the game. Some people yesterday I saw were like, oh, well, I'm not going to spend $9 on some red books. And other people are like, oh my God, I would spend $90 on red books. So it just kind of personal preference. But I'm really, really happy that they included red books in this Brilliant event, because everybody needs them. And personally, in my opinion, they do need to fix the challenge rewards, if you will, going into fortresses, because as you get up to higher level challenges, levels, I should say, you should get more red books. You shouldn't be getting the same number of red books for challenge level 2 versus challenge level 60. Like it should increase. I don't know. I'm not a developer of the game. I couldn't tell you what the best progression would be, but that's just my opinion. But it is really awesome that they did give us the opportunity of being able to purchase red books and get red books as well as part of the reward quest line. So in summary, take advantage of all of these extra oddity spawns in order to max out your family oddity registry. Get that to 65, because then you can just start boom, 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 mass producing those higher level oddity runestones, which will help you get your bows and the horned serpent eggs. Also, try to use tonic of trace detection as much as you can, because it's just crazy the types of oddities that you can get. And I mean, like, you have a Bruvio Brain Elixir on, you return a Horned Serpent, that's 1,000 XP. I mean, you do that with some of the dragons, that's 1,000 to 1,200 XP as well too. So you definitely want to try to keep those, especially if you're going to be going out playing at a local park or something for like an hour or two. Just make sure you have 2 of those trace potions with you, so you can actually throw them on, because you will be able to get crazy XP and be able to actually hopefully max out your oddity registry family if it hasn't already. Lastly, if your experience bar on your family registry does go all the way over and stop, that is a known glitch. Force closing the game usually refixes it. That's it. If you have any other major issues, though, just submit a ticket to Wizards Unite. They're really good about getting back to you and about either fixing this problem, giving you back what you actually spent, and things like that. Like, I've used it at least twice now where I've had major problems. And eventually, like, you talk to a bot at the beginning, but then eventually somebody will talk to you and email you, message you, and they're super helpful. So I fully support submitting a ticket if you have a major issue with a glitch. My name is Turmentic, though. Thanks for checking out the video. Like I said, I will leave in the description a link to the Fighting Forces Part 1 Brilliant Event Breakdown, so you can check that out if you are having any problems with it. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks, and as always, I will catch you next time.